Yo, 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 it's Ashley motherfucking Ray, founder of Brown Girls Billionaire Gang, and I'm going to be coming to you every day for the next 30 days, bringing you personal development and motivation for peeps who love trap music and God. And the reason I say it like that is because it's a lot of personal development out here, and let's keep it real. You know, personal development is said, it's the same thing said over and over and over again, right? But nobody says it like we do. Nobody talks to us in just our way, right? So it's like very digestible and relatable. Don't get me wrong, I read a million motherfucking self-help and personal development books. However, when I recommend it to my peeps, right, sometimes it takes them a little longer to get into it. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to come to you every day with different situations and things that I encounter from my clients, from people I know, from my own situations. And then I'm going to bring you the motivation to put into play into your business, okay? So today we're talking about people gonna throw shade. Fuck them. You gotta toughen up, okay? It's a real thing. This is a real thing, but I don't want you to take this into some type of thing where you gonna hoard it and be bitter about shit, right? That's not what we want you to do. You have to consider the source, all right? And so sometimes when people talking about this person throwing shade and that person throwing shade, or this person hating on me or that person, a lot of times, we're being self-absorbed, right? We're being self-absorbed, and not only being self-absorbed, we're so fucking sensitive that any little thing can just shatter your house. And so you know what it means, right? When you're out and you're trying to start a business or a new venture or this new idea or this new thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be a business. I mean, you could be going for a new position or doing a new thing. And that shit is hard. It's a new direction, and it means change, and it means getting uncomfortable. And so it's scary, right? So you have to consider the source. You have to consider the angles. And I got my notes here because I really wanted to make sure I touch on all these things, because our brains are programmed to protect us, right? And so we get defensive. Now, this is not to say that you have to redirect everything somebody says to you, because sometimes people just ain't shit, right? Sometimes people do not mean well. But as you go through, as you make changes, as you create a path, as you're a trailblazer. Generally, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a trailblazer. You are making change. You saw a problem and you are going to have the solution, correct? So I'll give you a good example, and you know what? I didn't even address this yesterday when it happened, but hey, if she watching it, she about to find out now. So I was on the phone with a colleague that she still works a 9 to 5, but she is running a business, and we in the beginning, we all kind of started out together, you know what I'm saying, and we all kind of took separate directions. And so she had something that kind of rattled her a little bit yesterday, and so I gave her a call. I wanted to see how she was doing, see how everything was. And just, give her a pep talk, because one thing about this entrepreneurial shit is that sometimes we ready to throw in the towel. It's like your brain want to throw in the towel, but your soul won't let you, right? Because if you really are about this life, it's hard to quit, man. It's hard to quit no matter how many times you fail. And so you are going to fail, right, through trial and error. And so you got to be prepared for those low blows, right? Those chin checks and all kinds of shit that people that you think are your friends will deliver to you. And sometimes on purpose, and sometimes they ain't even mean it, or they did, but it didn't mean to come out that way, because it's really reflecting on their own shit. You know what I mean? And so I call her up, and I got a pep talk going for her and shit. And she's like, oh, well, what's the one thing that you probably would say changed your business? Like, what pushed you over the top? And I'm like, yo, showing the fuck up every day. Showing up every day. Showing up every day. And so she goes, yeah, I guess you could do that, since you don't have a job now. What? It stopped me in my tracks, I'm not gonna lie. I run an entire fucking company, like, with more than one entity. Like, I don't just do one thing. It has more than one entity. It has branches and legs, and it reaches out to other people, right? And so I had to stop myself for just a second. I said, wait a minute, well, this is my job, right? This is my job to show up every day. And I was explaining how, that was really the tipping point for me when I said, okay, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go, because I can't effectively be productive at work and run my business, right? It was that tipping point. And so this is my job. But, it was a little bit of shade there. Now, I don't know if that shade was directed because, she hasn't done this yet, or, it probably wasn't malicious. But the way it hurt, the way it hit me was like, yo, fuck you mean? Fuck you mean I can do this because I don't have a job? Like, this is my motherfucking job. So instead of me flipping that, right, because I could have just went all the way left, and instead of me doing that, I just said, well, you know, that, and I explained to her what I just explained to you, like, that was my tipping point, and that's when I had to leave. So it's going to be things like that, you know, or sometimes, I mean, I even get shit from my mom sometimes, you know, I'm doing a thing, and it's like, oh, well, call Ashlyn, because, you know, she doesn't work a real job, you know. The fuck? You know? And it's not intentional. It's just they don't fucking get it. They don't understand it. This thing that we do when we're running businesses online and we're doing our own thing and we stepping away from our jobs, like it's a big movement. It's a lot of people doing this. But people from older generations or people who are not in the mentality and the mindset that you have, they don't fucking understand. And so we like Tommy, right? We like Tommy from Martin, rest in peace. That's, you know, that motherfucker ain't got no job. That's how they feel, right? And so especially for me, because I work in the online space and the media space, and you know that they don't see nothing other than when I pop out a show or, you know, some chicks commenting on my post or something. They don't see what I really do. So it's, hey, who's on? Say what's up. Share this if, you know, whoever is struggling in their business and they ready to throw in the towel. And so the other thing was, you know, because of this setback that Shorty had, and after I, you know, gave it a little pep talk or whatever, you know, she wanted to say, well, I'm ready to quit. You know, I'm only staying in it because people are supporting me. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait a minute. You got to be doing this shit for you, because if you're doing it because somebody's supporting you, you ain't never going to make it, dog. You know, and I had to just straight up stop her in her tracks with that one. Like, yo, no, if this is not what you want to do and you're only doing it because somebody else was supporting you, nah. You gonna, girl, you gonna have a lot of shit along this way, along this up this mountain, right? So anyway, I just wanted to say, along this way, in order for you to get through this, right? I'm gonna give you 3 things. So the first one, like I said, is to consider the source. What's their shit like? Like, are they just reflecting their bullshit on you? Or maybe it's like legit motherfucking hate. Either way, part 2 of that is to get the fuck away from them. Clear them out. Get them out your circle. Get them out your area. You know what I mean? Surround yourself with people who think like you, who are moving and shaking like you. Because that's another thing. You could be friends with an entrepreneur or a side hustler or a person who you deem ambitious. But the truth of the matter is, if they not moving and shaking the same way you are, a lot of times, you know, y'all not in the same space yet. And so it's a difference between mentoring somebody and bringing them along versus, you know, them kind of just dragging you down. And this is, I mean, and this is a true thing, because what happens is, like, you'll start with doing something with somebody and shit is all awesome, but you'll notice you're moving faster than them. And then instead of them picking up the pace and fucking catching up, they got a lot of excuses and complaints as to why they not catching up. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just hustling and getting that shit popping. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is for you to reframe the word toughen up. Because what I mean by this is, you're never gonna be walking through a situation where everything is lovely and you don't give a fuck about what anybody gotta say, whatever. I mean, you do, but you don't. So you in your bubble and you like, look, these are the things that I'm doing. I'm so immersed in my own shit, I don't know what you're saying. And not only do I not know what you're saying, it's not bothering me because I got these things to worry about. Okay? But it doesn't mean when you hear something that might not sting. It doesn't mean when you hear something that might not be like, oh, fuck, and you want, and it deems a natural reaction. However, for you to sit there and think about the first 2 things, which was consider the source, right? And then not only that, take a reflection of yourself. Okay, why is this pissing me off? Well, maybe it's drawing up insecurities in yourself. Maybe you like, oh, see, because I was worried this wasn't going to work or somebody was going to be doing this or that, and then it came true. The truth of the matter is, you're never going to be able to do something that's going to be awesome and amazing for every motherfucker you know. It's not going to happen. So don't worry about them. The ones who fuck with you going to roll with you, which I always say, and the ones who don't, fuck them. Okay? That's it. That's pretty much it. The toughen up thing is a myth. You're never going to be gridiron, solid, motherfucking steel curtain. You're never going to be 6-bird in business, okay? But you can learn how to deal with it in a way that it's minimal effect, and you can go on about your business and still kick ass every motherfucking day. So the wrap up is, consider the source. Consider the goddamn source, okay? Decide why this person is lashing out at you and why it's affecting you in the way that it is, okay? Number 2, get rid of the motherfuckers. If you find out that it is not a situation that is conducive to where you're going, get rid of them. And three, three is to reframe the word toughen up. You're never going to be the person who just never gives a fuck. Like, as much as y'all probably think that about me, there's plenty of times I'm like, man, shit. You know, and I got to reevaluate my shit and why I'm feeling a certain way. But the quicker you can check that shit and the quicker you can be immersed in your business and have actions ready to go for you to go, you know, do what's conducive to your business, the quicker you're going to come out of that, and it's not going to bother you. It's going to get easier and easier and easier, right? It's exercising that muscle. So that's all I got for today. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning on my homegirl Benia Pierre's page, the Master Manifester and Intuitive Life Coach. She gonna give y'all the magic in the mornings, right? So I'll make sure I put a link to her page in this as well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.